And welcome back to the Factor Uncensored. Well, it's that time of year parents will be going out to buy their kids toys for the holidays. Now, parents need to be aware that their kids could get the wrong toy. Go in one door as a kid, come back out talking about the birds and the bees because they learned it from, get this, AI toys. Let's talk about it. Joining us now here on the Factor Uncensored to talk about this is Ajibola Bodunrin with the Fox 26 web team. Aji, so what were some of the problems that parents encountered with Kuma the bear?
Yeah, so first I want to start by saying when a lot of parents got these toys out of the box, there were certain safety rails on these AI models that were supposed to be kid friendly, which is why they put it into these toys. And right out the box, the prompts worked pretty well. And even some parents said their kids were able to have good conversations and informative conversations. But what they learned is that as kids spoke with it more, when kids have a toy and they're left to their own devices, they may be talking to this toy, playing with this toy for hours on end. They realize that as they talk to them more and more, the guardrails kind of weaken. So, for example, one of the prompts had to do with matches. Not only did Kuma tell kids where to find matches in plastic bags, it also decided to say it heard matches, it started to talk about matches on dating sites. Oh, and Isaiah, it gets worse though, because not only were they talking about matches on dating sites, one of the dating sites they mentioned was one called Kink, and that led them to talk about fetishes, including bondage.
Oh my goodness!
And these are toys that are meant to be for kids from 3 to maybe 12 years old. So, I don't think most parents want their kids to be learning about bondage and other things like that. And they even talked about relationships with teachers and kids, and it talked about spanking being something that can be exciting and fun. So the main
kid goes into the room with the plush Kuma bear and comes out a grown-ass man, a grown-ass woman.
what they say, fast, with your fast self. But it's the toys. Yeah. It's the toys. And also, this was actually a part of a research study that included three different toys. And Kuma was specifically the one that they said was the worst, even though all three failed with their safeguards after extended play.
Wow, that's just incredible. Now, what they suggested was that parents, if you're going to get a kid an AI toy, you should play with it at least an hour to make sure it doesn't reveal or say anything that would be offensive or concerning to you as a parent. But I don't know if an hour is enough because, Aji, these things are powered by the internet and they learn.
Well, the thing I would ask is, would parents trust their kids to be unsupervised with the internet for hours on end, being able to go anywhere on the internet? I think most parents would say no. And I think also we have to realize that this is happening with kids' toys now, but we have seen AI chat models have really big consequences. Earlier this year, there was a kid who committed suicide after speaking with an AI chat model for an extended period of time. So, and that's an older kid. I think he was a teenager. So, I think it's something that parents should think heavily about. And if you do decide to get your kids these toys, it should be something where you're heavily supervising them, because it's unpredictable. When we're talking about AI models, we don't understand how they make every decision in the underlying code. So we don't know where it can go. It can start out very innocent, and matches can turn into talking about, sex and kinks. Like it's crazy.
Just mind blowing. And I was looking at a list, Aji, here, the number of AI toys currently available, powered by ChatGPT, powered by AI, some form or another. And the list is just long. You check Amazon, they have a whole section dedicated to AI toys. So parents are just going to have to be very careful out there. I mean, there's only so much research. How much time do you have to spend with this AI toy to make sure you can trust it with your child? So the answer may be just no. Get your kid a racetrack like we used to do.
Yeah, and some parents might have to make hard decisions because kids want the new thing, and I mean AI is exciting. It's a lot of things. It can be helpful in a lot of ways, but it also can be dangerous when we don't understand how it works. And I think it should be something that maybe adults should be working with, because you can actually think and know what's going on instead of being so impressionable, because it gives them a lot of information.
All right. Ajibola Bodunrin, thank you for joining us from the Fox 26 web staff. And of course, keep your eye on social media for us so we can warn parents out there here on The Factor.